All I really need to know, I learned in kindergarten. Most of what I really need to know about how to live and what to do and how to be, I learned in kindergarten. Wisdom was not at the top of the graduate class, but there in the sandpile at Sunday school. This is what I learned. Share everything. Play fair. Don't hit people. Put things back where you found them. Clean up your own mess. Don't take things that aren't yours. Say you're sorry when you hurt somebody. Wash your hands before you eat. Flush. Warm cookies and cold milk are good for you. And live a balanced life. Learn some, think some, and draw and paint and dance and sing and play and work every day some. Take a nap every afternoon. When you go out into the real world, watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. Be aware of wonder. You see, I really like that last line, be aware of wonder. You see, all too often in our society, we're so distracted by these little screens that we have that we let life fly by our eyes. So I ask you to stop, put down your phone, stop taking pictures of everything, stop taking selfies, and live in the moment. I want to invite you to reflect. So I'd like to ask everyone to close their eyes. Now don't look to your neighbor to see if they're going to do it too. Because if they're too cool to reflect on the past 18 years of their life, then let them. But you make your own decision. Because in 6 years, 6 months, even 6 days, that person who's next to you, who you're going to make your own decision based off of, isn't even going to be. So I'd like to invite you to all to close your eyes and reflect with me. I'm going to do it too. So think all the way back. Think all the way back, and this is what comes to me. All right, so the phone rings. My dad picks up. Hi, Mr. Morris, this is Miss Drinker. I'm Zachary's kindergarten teacher. I'm worried because Zach, he's falling behind in reading and writing. I think he might have dyslexia. I'd like him to go meet with another teacher. Her name's Miss Bradley. She's a first grade teacher, and he'll go down there after 8 kindergarten each day. 2 weeks later, the phone rings. Hi, Mr. Morris, this is Miss Bradley. Yes, Zach has dyslexia. The words, they just get jumbled in his head. He doesn't really know his letters, and he's not much for talking. You see, words, they really aren't his thing. All right, now fast forward 12 years, here I am, standing in front of 400 plus people with all my words in the right order. I want you to find that moment for you, and I want you to fast forward all the way to the end, to this moment, and open your eyes. Think of all the work that was put in to get to where you are right now. Now, what is all that going to mean? Because I'll tell you right now, all that, it made you who you are. The good, the bad, it made you who you are, but it's not your legacy. That is not how you are going to be remembered. You can open your eyes. People aren't going to remember you for who you were before this moment. People will remember you for who you are from this moment on. What is your legacy going to be? Because I'll tell you, I don't want my legacy to be that I was president of the Students Against Bullying in high school. It's great, it's a seat I've sown, I'm proud of it, but it's not my legacy. I want it to be seen not for what I was, but for what I will be. Hopefully a father, a husband, a great man in the line of great men. At least that's the hope. Good or bad, what we've done to this point has built us, but does not define us. Now, you voted Hannah, and you most likely to succeed. Thank you. But I'd like to define success, because my definition of success may be a little different from yours. How does one define success? You see, success is not defined by what you drive when you're 30 years old. Success is not defined by how many ribbons and things you wear at graduation. Success is not defined by where in the building your office happens to be, nor is it defined by the level of degree you receive. Success, in fact, is not tied at all to the material. I will achieve success when I achieve true and lasting joy. Not the temporary happiness that comes from the material, but true joy. The kind that comes not from the size of the house, but the love that fills it. The joy that comes from holding a newborn baby in your arms, or the joy that comes from sitting back at your desk and not looking at the view out your fancy office, but looking at your work and saying, what I am doing has meaning. And when you can do that, then and only then will you find true joy, and then and only then will you find success. Which brings me to another key point. I promise I'm almost done. Meaning. How does one live a life of meaning? I say you will find meaning when you discover what it is you're truly passionate about. All right, so I have a brief story. There are 3 kids, they're walking along the beach. As they go, they're picking up shells. They're not even really shells, they're more like fragments of shells, all right? And they get to a certain point on the beach and they look out into the water and they see floating out there a sea star. And one of the kids' eyes lights up and says, that sea star is mine. and he sprints into the water. He gets about halfway, he comes back. His friends are like, what are you doing? Go get it. It's all yours. He goes out, he gets a little further this time, comes back. His friends are like, go get it, go get it. He gets all the way out to where the sea star is. And he can't pick it up. His friends are like, just pick it up, you're right there. He says, I can't. His friends are like, why? He says, my hands are full of shells. You see, we have to learn to drop the seashells in our lives in order to will the one thing that matters to us as individuals. You need to find that one thing that you are passionate about, that one thing that God put you on this earth to do. Because when you will that one thing, you will find joy, you will find success. Not the worldly kind of success, but the joyful kind. Alright, so quick disclaimer. The world can be scary. There are people out there who are going to knock you down, you are going to fall. But if what you are after is worth anything to you, you are also going to get back up. You see, even Jesus fell 3 times, but each time he got back up because what he was doing had meaning. You need to find that one thing that you are going to get up for. The thing that is going to push you to stand up when the rest of the world says, stay down. There's a quote from Rocky Balboa that says this: nothing hits harder than life. But it's not about how hard you hit back, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. 1 Corinthians says, God isn't going to give you anything you can't handle. But that doesn't mean there won't be adversity. There are going to be people that tell you that what you believe to be meaningful isn't worth it. Isn't worth even trying for it, isn't simply not attainable. I want you to look them in the eye and say, says who are you to tell me what I can and cannot do? Who are you to tell me what I am capable of? And then you prove them wrong. Now, I don't care if you believe in God or not, but Romans 8:31 says this: if God is for us, who can be against us? You see, even if you don't believe in God, God believes in you. You see, no weapon formed against you, meant to knock you down and keep you down, will ever truly prosper simply because of who you are. Simply because if you are determined enough, though you may fall, you will not be stopped, and you can never be stopped. It is said that you can't change the world, but you can make a dent. I like to say that you will make a dent, because we all will. But it is up to you whether that dent is meaningful or not. Be committed, be courageous, be determined, be fearless, love one another, and you will never be stopped. Focus not on the material, but in obtaining that which will last. Because life is not measured in the breaths you take, but in the moments that take your breath away. And finally, seek joy, not success, because in obtaining joy, true and lasting joy, you will achieve true success. Remember, you can't change the world, but you will make a dent. Make your dent.